Oh, hey there. Have you seen my new Barbie bag? If you want to make one for yourself, continue watching. Alright guys, so I found this chart on Pinterest. Let me see. This is from this person, Paulette, on Pinterest, and I added to my Procreate app so I can keep up my work really easily. Anyway, this chart is 110 chains by 110 rows, so it's really huge. And people have decided to, people have voted, and we are gonna make a bag out of this. And so we are gonna be doing this super easy, straightforward, beginner-friendly knit bag with a duplicate stitch design at the end with Barbie on it, and then we'll use interfacing to hide the end. So let's get started. The yarn recommendation right here says 5mm needles, but we are gonna make it smaller the better for us because I don't want the bag to be too huge. So now we are gonna chain 110 chains. So what I like to do usually is I'll leave a little end, but let's actually leave a big end, because actually no, little is fine. So a little end, and then we're gonna do 110. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So now what I like to do is I'll just double like this: 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. All right, so now let's get started. We are gonna do our cast on. We are gonna make a slip knot, so just have your finger like this and then just pull the yarn over. Perfect. So that's gonna be our first chain. Awesome. And just now we are gonna do this V shape. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube how to do cast on, but it's the way I'm gonna do it. So 1 over under 2, again over under 3, 4. We're gonna do 110, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10, so you can count by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you're advanced or know how to do this, just do it till you have 110 chains. All right, everyone, so I just did 110 chains, and like I said, this bag is gonna be huge. It's most likely it's gonna be like your beach bag, you know, it's gonna be quite wide because we're doing 110 chains. So I just finished my 110 chains. So you could cut off the ends if you guys like, leave a little tail, you know, so we can weave it in for security, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because I don't really mind it. So now all we're gonna do is we had our needle on the right side of our hand casting on, so now we're gonna switch it to the left. And then all we're gonna do is super easy. It's beginner friendly, guys. Like I said, we are going to just knit all of the stitches all the way till the end. So knit 110 chains. And the way you knit is you put your right needle on your right hand to the back. It's crossing like this. You're gonna take the yarn that's attached to the yarn ball, and you are going to kind of wrap it around the needle and then just pull it off. So again, all the way to the back, loop it around, and then pull forward. So that's 2, perfect. And just continue doing that all the way around. 3, 4. The way I do it is I put my yarn on my point finger or index finger, I think is the call. And then I'll make it faster, so kind of grab it like this. 5. There's different methods, but you're just knitting it. That's all you're doing. And you're just gonna knit every stitch all the way till the end. And that's all we're doing, is just knitting and purling this whole bag. That's how easy, beginner friendly this is. And this is the basic stitch for knitting, really. If you ever want to continue to learn how to knit, this is a stitch you use quite often for ribbing. You use it for, you know, vests, sweaters, all kinds of stuff. It's just super simple. So again, knitting is just to the back, wrap the yarn around to the front. All right, so continue knitting all the way till the end, and I'll meet you at the end. All right, so I'm coming to the end of my first row. Here's my last knit. Perfect. So again, 110 stitches. Look how big the bag is. It's gonna be huge. So now for our second row, all we're gonna do is we are going to purl. So again, and you can tell you're on the purl side because you see the these posts in the front, and you can tell on the knit side because you'll see the V stitches. Just like that. All right, so purl, all you're gonna do is instead of going to the back, you're going to the front. So you're gonna take the needle and you're gonna push it towards you. Wrap your yarn around the needle and pull up and off the needle. So again, forward, wrap it around and off the needle. And you're gonna do that all the way till the end, and this will be your second row. And guys, and this is all we're gonna do the whole time. All we're doing is we're making a big rectangle, just kind of how we did our Garfield tote bag. Super easy, super simple. That's why I think it's very beginner friendly. People have been asking me, how do I do the design? So this is the best way to show you guys. This is exactly how I do my vest and other projects. When I tapestries, I would make a long background and then I'll do the design stitch. You could, for this design, go in with the pink yarn and continue knitting and purling, but I am going to show you how to do intarsia or duplicate stitch because it's just what people have been asking for. So go ahead and make this. So this is gonna be our second row purl. I'm gonna make mine 220 rows, and that's a lot, guys. So it's gonna take me a day or two for sure. All I'm gonna do, so the reason it's 220 rows because 110 rows is just a plain background and this beautiful, gorgeous color. And then the next 110 rows is the one where we're actually gonna do the design. Because remember when we're gonna fold the bag, like we have the bag, you're gonna have the back piece where there's nothing on there and then the front piece. But you guys can totally go ahead and add something in the back as well if you'd like. I'm just gonna add something in the front to show you how to do it. So let's continue working on this and then come back and let's meet up when we have 220 rows. Hi guys, I just want to do a quick update because it's been 3 days and it's been taking me forever because I've been doing other stuff. Anyway, this is where we are at with the bag. It's huge. So this is, I want to say roughly 110 rows. So we need to continue making this double size because remember we need to do 110 rows. Then we'll fold the bag, obviously there'll be more, and then we'll sew up the ends, do the sides, make it look like a bag. But first we are gonna do the whole rectangle. So keep going, 110 more rows, hang in there, you're doing awesome. And then we're gonna do the design, which I'm so excited for. So continue knitting and I'll meet you guys hopefully in like 1 more day or 2 more days, hopefully if I'm not procrastinating. So yeah. All right guys, let's get ready. So I just finished my 220th row. Look how long this is. This is gonna be our bag, guys, and I know you could have totally already done the design while knitting, but I'm in for the purpose of this video, people want me to show how I do my design on the knitting stitch, the duplicate stitch. So we're gonna do one and we're gonna make the biggest Barbie bag I think out there and it's knitted. So let's get started. So first thing, so after you finish your 200, so I did 110 row and then another 110 row for the design, and then we're gonna fold the bag, you know, and sew it the sides, and then it's gonna look like a bag. But first we're gonna take off our stitches from the top because we already finished. So on the 220th row, or whatever row you want to do, I'm gonna start taking off the stitches. So mine is on the purl side, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna purl normally first. So purl one, perfect, then purl the second one. So you should have 2 loops on your right needle, and then you're gonna grab that first loop and you're gonna go over the second loop, and then boom, you only have 1 left. So then again, purl 1, again take off the first one from the second, and then you got 1 loop. So we're just taking off our stitches, and you're gonna do that all the way around, and then only then we'll start working on our designs. All right guys, so we are done with our background, and it's very long. I can't even fit it all on a screen. And this is what we're making. We are just doing the simple Barbie logo. And I did say you could knit, you know, while you're knitting this instead of going back and adding that layer. But for purpose of this is how I do my vest, the SpongeBob vest. This is how I do my other bags and my tapestries that I've done in the past. So let's just show you how I do it. So I'm actually going to do a live YouTube video right now, and I'll have a link right here because I don't think YouTube will allow me to download a video that long, because if I don't time lapse it and I just actually show you day by day, it's going to take a couple days and a few hours. So I'm just going to do, and that's what people want. So I'm just going to put a link to this video, and then I'll come back when we are done with the logo to do the back and sew the sides and make it actually into a bag instead of a big rectangle. Hi guys, it's been a few days and our Barbie bag is dry, so let's take everything off and sew the edges and make it into a bag. Alright guys, time to do the fabric inside of the bag. So this is another one I bought on Amazon. And I told you I was going to review it, so let's review this one. This one came huge, and I will post a link down below. I will post a link down below. Alright, let's see. So this is the one I got. You guys can read it. It says P44F fusible interfacing. Wow, it came a lot. So it's P44F. And it's huge, which is perfect. Look how big it is, and it's perfect because the Barbie bag is pretty big. So let me put you overside, and then we'll putting it on. So first thing I want to do, because I just want to cover this side, so we are just gonna cut a piece that's that size specific. Wow, that's so light. It's weird. Okay, so. Okay guys, so the iron is getting hot and I put the interfacing on. So when you feel the interfacing, there's like little bubbles, or I guess like the texture is a little rough, and that's the side that's gonna go down. And then I put synthetic mode on the, what's it called? Iron. And I'm gonna get a kitchen towel, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna press down until it sticks really well. Just make sure it's not wrinkled because this project is really huge. just really take your time is what I'm trying to say. So let me go get that towel and I will start pressing. And then just kind of hold it there for a little while. Then lift it up, hold it. Alright guys, so we just added our interfacing. Oh, it's so nice. Absolutely in love with this idea where you don't have to worry about the ends because you'll have the interfacing. And hopefully when I wash in a washer or a dryer, it should be good. But anyway, so now we are going to attach our bag finally. So what we're gonna do, let's go grab our crochet hook and I'm gonna flip it inside out. So kind of close it like this. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna slip stitch. There's different methods of connecting knitted pieces and I'll link a video down below of different methods, but the one I'm going to use is just a crochet hook and see how that looks. So all we're going to do is we're just going to single or slip stitch all the way around on the other side. So let's do that overhead. Okay guys, so I am going to use, well, 3.75 millimeter hook. You can use a smaller one or I wouldn't go anywhere above maybe 4.5 because it just gets too thick. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our leftover yarn. This is the yarn I used, but I do have a long string right here. It's not gonna last me, but I'm gonna start with it. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna put our sides together. We're gonna work on the wrong side. And you see these V stitches on the end. So this is a big one right here. There should be 2 right there. And there should be a V stitch on this side as well. So if you go to this side, it's not as clear. There you go, yep. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab that yarn, the long yarn, and I'm just gonna pass it through it. That's a slip stitch. So then go to the next V, which is right there. So I kind of wish I had a smaller hook, but I couldn't find my yarn needles. And then you're gonna go to the next V, which is right there. You have 2 loops, pull through 1. So again, next V stitch, you're gonna go through both loops. It's getting better as you go down. At the beginning, it's kind of hard to see. So okay, next V stitch is right there. And you're just going between the 2 bars of the V stitch. Then you're going across, pull through, pull through. Again, take your time. Stitch, stitch, through. So some of them are kind of tight, and that's probably because of my tension. And so all we're gonna do is we're just gonna continue doing that all the way down. So continue. So it looks pretty good. The V stitches are aligned. So continue doing that all the way down and I'll meet you at the end. All right guys, I am coming towards the end. So just like one more. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chain 1 and just cut off my yarn. I'm gonna leave it a little bit longer because I'm actually gonna use that to when we do the corner, I'm thinking. When we go like this and we do the corner. But here is the first side. This is the inside. This is how it looks like. And let's flip it over and see how it looks on the outside. So now if you look, it'll be like this. So we have to do this side still, but here is one of the sides and then we'll do the handles and stuff. But it's coming along. So let's do the other side, on the other side, and we'll start working on the straps. All right, let's do it guys. So I got my ruler, I got my yarn needle, and we got some yarn. So I'm just gonna take, you know, a decent amount of yarn and put it on my yarn needle. So this is where we just sewed, this side right here. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna make a triangle right here, just kind of lay it flat. And we're just gonna yarn needle across. So when we take it out, it'll be like a box. And so let me see, I brought my ruler or measuring tape, I guess, to see how much I want to take. Here to the top. So right there. 3 inches right there. And so you just want to make sure it's flat, but actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do 2 inches. Let's do 2 inches. So 2 inches is right here. So I'm just gonna have my finger right there. And we're just gonna do is we're gonna start at the end, and we're just gonna go back and forth until we have try to be as straight as you can. So you're just going back and forth. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Like at the end. Cool. And then now we just turn around and do the same thing back. So we did the square, so now let's flip the bag over. So here's the bag, and now we have this edge right here. So now now it's more like a bag. I was just looking the handle shapes for a beach bag, and it looks like they do come in the middle most of the time, like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make crochet, just simple single crochet straps. So I'm gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, I'm gonna do 10 just to make it thicker. Sorry guys, let me see. So 10 chains, and then all we're gonna do is we are gonna chain one more, so 11, and then go back to that 10 chain, and we are going to, let's do slip stitch because this bag is already so big. I don't want it to stretch that much. So slip stitch is you're gonna go in, grab the yarn, you have 2 loops on your hook, pull through 1. So keep pulling it up. And pull. And pull. And pull. Now that's 1 row. Then you're gonna chain 1, you're always gonna chain 1. Turn your work. And on top of that chain, you're gonna do 10 slip stitches again. 1. Again, like I said, there's so many different handles you guys can do. This is the part where it's up to you what shape you want, where do you want to place them, because the hard work is done, you know, which is the bag itself. So just continue doing slip stitch is what I'm doing on mine. And then I'll meet you guys at the end when we are attaching our handles.